Hi guys, this is Breaker, and we are back now with what's going to be essentially episode 2 of SC2 and China, if you will. And today we're going to go ahead and just cover the Taiwan SC2 scene in about 10 minutes. I don't want to go past 11:50 on this video, so I'm going to try and make this as quick as possible, so just pay attention. I'll be speaking very quickly. There is no language difference between China and Taiwan. The whole reason why they are separated is mostly due to political reasons that I don't want to go too deeply into because, again, I don't want to make anyone angry with me. Now, today we're going to go over the media and the sites revolving that, the teams, the players, and the casters, as well as the leagues and the competitions that are going down. I actually didn't bring those up, but I can think of several of them off the top of my head because Taiwan is actually much more compacted than, say, the China scene. Of course, it goes without saying, everybody knows who Sen is, but we're not actually going to talk about that first because Sen is basically a byproduct of the Taiwan esports scene. So here we go. Let's go ahead and just get to the media and sites real quick. First, you are looking at SC2 Clan Taiwan, or .tw, standing for Taiwan. Here you can find basically everything except for player records. It's the closest equivalent to TeamLiquid.net that there is in Taiwan because it directly revolves around Starcraft. The second, another important one, would have to be Bahamut, which is also just called gamer.com.tw, if you will. And now I'm looking for... Oopsie, not what I'm looking for. Hang on. I'm not gonna... Arg! Come on. Jeez. Work with me! I want to type in Chinese. What is this? Okay, so here we go. This is basically the StarCraft forums right here for the said website. And basically you can just talk about whatever you want as long as it's StarCraft related. Anywho, went ahead and closed that because it's taking up a few excess resources on my computer. And finally, this is esports.com/Taiwan, or TESL, the website. These guys hosted the Zoe Divina Cup, if you guys remember. Startail Aphrodite going up against Startail Miss. Startail Miss is from China. Aphrodite is from Korea. Don't make that mistake. And this was before Barbie actually became quite popular. Now, this is the stream channel for the Taiwan Esports League. Sometimes it gets as many as 10,000 viewers. The most viewers I've ever seen for a single stream in Taiwan would be 6,000, and that would actually be from a player by the name of Hui. Amazingly enough, not Sen. But since it did just beep and it reminded me that it's time to give it some due attention, this is an old, ancient, if you will, bulletin board system that is based on MS-DOS protocols. As you can plainly see with the black and white screen and the AC art. Now, we're going to go ahead and I'm just showing you what this is about. It's actually originally developed for students that are studying in Taiwan, either abroad or otherwise. I have access to this because I used to study at Taiwan National University, and I had a Taiwanese email address associated with the university that I was with. So these are basically a bunch of 1 to 13, 1 to 12 here are all about universities and their bulletin board systems, what's going on campus, and so on and so forth. And this is a bunch of random section 15 here is a bunch of random, if you will, boards that you can browse. Now, let's forget that the number 4 topic here is sex, because, oopsie, that's not safe for work. Now, of course, it goes without saying that essentially the most popular board sometimes is League of Legends, Gossip, which is basically your horoscopes, if you will, and so on and so forth. Now, StarCraft is at number 11 here, but don't let that deter you. The numbers for Taiwan are kind of pleasant given the current state of things. Let's go back to the numbers for just a minute. Taiwan has a population of about 30 million. Simply given the fact that TESL gets 10,000 viewers is actually, I think, a good bit of success considering Fengyun Zhibo in China can get as many as 27,000, or at least that's what I saw from the Neo TV Star League. Now, this is So Bad Rush, his channel on twitch.tv. If you guys want, I'll go ahead and post all of that stuff in the description, as well as the Reddit thread that you'll be seeing later on today. I don't want to post this right now because DreamHack is going on, and I would be interrupting everything. But basically, So Bad Rush is the guy that we have to thank for the professional league in StarCraft 2 in Taiwan. I mean, it's just, without him, we wouldn't have him, or without him, we wouldn't have we probably wouldn't have Sen, probably. It would probably be something a little bit more like Panda Tank, where he's recognized for a particular region and being a very strong competitor in a particular region, but that region probably doesn't have a hustling and bustling esports league. Now we're going to check out the next caster. This is Big Boss. He does casting for the Asia Starcraft League, which I'll get to in a moment. And this is Beta Starcraft 2. He created his own cup, and people basically tuned in for it. And he basically got started off of that. He's actually, back in the day, he was Diamond for the longest time on the Taiwan and Korea ladder, which is actually Masters League for NA. Now he's finally in Masters, last I checked. And this is Joe Man Starcraft. Joe Man Starcraft basically got a reputation for being a funny guy with a sexy voice that the ladies like. And he basically developed from there. He was the first guy to actually ever wear a suit and cast StarCraft 2 from home. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and close these up because they're kind of taking up room on... They're kind of consuming resources, and for now, let's go ahead and talk about Sen, since he is such an amazing player. We're going to get to the players now. Sen, of course, has been to the GSL. He was invited to Code S at one point, but he ended up forfeiting his position because of personal reasons. They were uniterated, and let's just go ahead and talk about the teams right now. There is, of course, Huayi Spider and Gamma Bears. Gamma Bears is actually, they're the one that has Sen right now. There's also the TT Esports Apollos. Their best Terran in Taiwan, I think, would have to be Softball, who is on their team. And of course, we can check here for records on players, but this is actually not... I'm trying to look for their SC2 roster right now. Ah, here we go. So there it is. It's actually... Ooh. Okay, so it looks like they're actually missing a fifth guy. They're actually a short one guy. So I'm thinking if they, maybe if they wanted to, they would be interested in hiring a foreigner. What they typically do at TESL is every once in a great while, they will invite a special player every now and then. Like when I was there a year ago, they invited Dongre Gu to a Barcraft event and all that good stuff. Now let me go ahead and bring this up. We've already gone over the casters. I'm going to go over the players. The most notable players would have to be Hui, Ian, Jojo. Those guys belong to the Iron Men team, which I'm going to get switched back over to here. They also have a new player by the name of Haz. I'm not sure who he is, but it looks like they got 6 players here: Ian, Jojo, and Hui. And again, I'm going to just go to talking about, I think, let me see. Huayi Spider Com used to belong to it, but he's no longer on their roster. As you can see, these are all the players. And it looks like DS ended up leaving them. DS is Demon Sheep. He was once the strongest Terran, and when Dongre Gu showed up at that Barcraft that I talked to you guys about a year ago, basically what he had done was, what they were doing was they invited Dongre Gu to the Barcraft. They had a best of 3 between him and the best Terran, him and the best Protoss, him and the best Zerg. Dongre Gu annihilated everybody 6-0. And continuing on with that, they do invitationals for foreign players every now and then. They did this with July Zerg. They did this most infamously with Sase. Of course, he's famous to you and me because we all speak English as our first language and we know who he is. But that's about what I've got so far for the players and the casters. Let's go ahead and get on with the leagues and the competitions. There is, of course, the Taiwanese Esports League itself, which is, of course, as I showed you before, streamed from TESL Live. And I guess I could probably go ahead and try and bring up a VOD. If I could. Hang on. As you can see, it can last quite a long time. Anywhere from 3 hours, 3 hours and 57 minutes, and it looks like they do a lot in the terms of hyping. But I'm gonna go ahead and skip this video. We can get a quick preview on that. Hang on. Sorry, this is something else I forgot to mention. They actually go over a variety of games. This one's called Kart Racer. It's supposed to be ridiculously cute and so on and so forth. And we're just gonna skip ahead. They also do another game called SF, and of course they do League of Legends and StarCraft 2. There's also one more important thing I forgot to mention. Their StarCraft 2 system and the way it works is essentially just a best of 1, and that's it. And it looks like they are actually also fans of using GameHeart, as we can see here. Yeah, look at that. It's GameHeart, make no mistake about it. It's just that they got their own fancy overlay kind of clogging the screen. Really professional production quality. As many as 10,000 people can be watching this at a time. And as you can see, just from the VOD, 3,200 people just tuned in to watch it. Okay, and that was from the most previous weekend. So yeah. Other things to note, let me go and pull that up right now. Leagues and competitions. There's also the Asia Starcraft League, and then they've got a bunch of little show matches going every now and then. Like they've got this other one called the Cross Straits all-stars show, if that makes sense. Yeah, there we go. That's how it translates back into English. The AZS Starcraft League, I'm the English caster for. I try to get in on the other events as much as possible, but as it is right now, I think the biggest problem is the fact that nobody, like a few people in Taiwan know who I am, but yeah. I guess I'll just take you guys to my own personal Twitch channel. It does not have partnership, but I do have about 3,561 followers. It's not because of the caster that I am, but rather, I want to say that all 3,000 of these players or 3,000 of these subscribers are actually Taiwanese. I want to say like 90% of them are. So yeah, this again is my own personal Twitch, personal Twitch channel, not my ESL Taiwan channel. And if you guys want me to be brutally honest with you guys, I actually only got Twitch partnership because I'm partnered with ESL and I work with those guys on numerous projects, including just propagating the Chinese SC2 scene. So that's it for today, guys. Oh yeah, one last thing before I go. Creator Prime was actually knocked out of the ASL in 2012 by Yo I Am Jojo 2-0. First game was a base race on Antigua Shipyard, and the second game was Ohana LE when we saw Jojo going for a 3-base slow-ling Baneling all-in. So yeah, that's about that. And it looks like I'm now 1 minute over the time that I wanted to go with, so I guess I'll just see you guys next time. Go ahead and subscribe, and if, again, I want to reveal that if you guys need to make a suggestion for me to go ahead and cast the one superbly popular, or the one thing that you guys want me to cover the most on the China and Taiwan scene next. As long as it is not politically upsetting or politically provocative, I will try and do it. So you guys decide, make a suggestion in this Reddit thread, and the one that gets the most upvotes will be the next thing that I cover. I'll see you guys next time. This is Breaker.